amazing amount of talent. And I'm just disappointed with the lack of coaching, the lack of organisation. We've given up so many points at the ends of games this season for a long time. Season ticket holder from day one. Very disappointing.
Martin, let me just ask you this. My concern is this. This is a big game tomorrow night, by the way. 3 points against the Philadelphia Union. So if you want to go out to that tomorrow night, HoustonDynamo.com. Plus, I'm going to give some tickets away tonight. But, I look ahead in this schedule, and I see 6 out of 9 to end the year against teams like Seattle, New York City FC, I think, Red Bulls. 6 out of 9 on the road. So I'm a little worried because, we're dropping some points here at home. That we normally take, right? So unless we get the road figured out, I'm a little bit worried here. But I don't get the sense, and maybe it's because we just don't have the mainstream coverage here in Houston, but I don't get the sense that anybody's really that nervous about it because it's, MLS, it's halfway through the season. We got a lot of games to go, and that's the way it is. Now, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure that's not what's going on in the locker room, but I do think there has to be a healthy pressure and sense of urgency at this point, don't you?
No doubt about it.
Right.
We looked, to be quite honest. I'm sitting there Saturday night. Straight from the kickoff, they put us under pressure. We didn't look as though we were. We were ready to play, to be quite frank, in the first couple of minutes, and we gave up it was a pretty soft goal all in all, and we came back well. What a goal! The centre back, great crossfield pass to Ramel, and a brilliant cross, great run by Marrow, and a super goal. But we don't capitalise on that. I really like Erick Alexander. This season, he's not been doing it for me. We don't have much of an option other than Boniek, who I think when Boniek came on, he was full of life, and the whole team seemed to rise a little bit. But and I just don't see it. I don't think Erick's been quite at the level he was last year. Last year, I thought he was fantastic.
He looked really heavy-legged, even in the first half. And I know they're under a lot of duress now.
I agree, and I could see that, and you could see that, yet he still came out for the second half. It's worrying from a coaching standpoint, and I don't want to bleat on about it, but it is worrying to me that things that I just think the regular guy in the street can see, our coach can't see. And I wonder whether the front office are at all worried about this. They must see what we see. And, to me, it looks like the team is playing for him. They haven't given up on him. They haven't quit on him in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I think they're playing for him. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're playing for Wilmer. I think Wilmer's assembled, like you said, some tremendous talent. The quality of that goal and the goals that we've seen at BBVA Compass in the last 2 years have been spectacular, But how do you platform it, to the next level of comfort and getting, not being the team that perennially fights for the last playoff spot the last couple weeks of the season, which obviously is exciting for people, but wouldn't it be nicer to be sitting second or third right now with more points and truly trying to be a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah, I'd love to coast in, but onward and upward. Hopefully, we can get a result tomorrow night, get 3 points. Tough conditions. The heat. I'm sure anyone that's played or been around soccer in Houston, it's horrible to play in.
It's unbelievable. Martin, listen, I'm up on a hard break. I got to hit the break. My producer's yelling at me through the glass. Michael Hernandez. Thank you very much. Your season ticket holder. We appreciate your opinions tonight, and we will thank you and look forward to the next time you call into the show, Martin.
Cheers, Glenn.
All right, that's Martin. We appreciate that. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in. Have your say on the Dynamo. Have your say on what's going on in Europe. We've got some sound of Lothar Matthäus on Mesut Ozil. Part of discussing the Dynamo soccer team is following up on people's takes. So if anybody disagrees with what Martin says, follow up on the take. He was talking substitution patterns and didn't think the Dynamo finished the game as well as maybe they should have. Now, granted, it's 3 games in in 8 days tomorrow. But have a take. 713-780-3776. Our thanks to the Texas Children's Hospital and Texas Children's Cancer and Hematology Centers, largest pediatric cancer center in the country. We got over 190 physicians and scientists, 46 laboratories, 200 active clinical trials dedicated solely to childhood cancer and blood disorder for more than 60 years. The Texas Children's Hospital, we thank them for their support. We'll be down there on Thursday handing out soccer balls to patients. Going to take a break. Time to get out there and get some of this great FM Kitchen food that's been brought here by Eric. We thank him and for bringing it in tonight here. We got Valentina wings. We got all kinds of wings, campechana, burgers, spicy fried chicken sandwiches. Are you kidding? All right, I got to get out there. Back in a moment here. Soccer Matters, ESPN 97.5.
ESPN 97.5.
Danish Inspirations Houston Modern Contemporary Furniture Store invites all of you soccer lovers to Danish Inspirations beautiful showroom on 2775 Fondren. I'm Jan Christensen, president of Danish Inspirations and a soccer player for 50 years. Soccer is a great sport and Danish Inspirations is a great modern contemporary furniture store. Go to danishinspirations.com and set your furniture goals. Goal!
If you suffer from ED and you've seen your doctor about the little blue pill, you know it can be expensive. And seeing the doctor and waiting at the pharmacy can be a hassle. What if I told you that a certain little blue pill just came off patent December 11th, and that same active ingredient that's in the little blue pill is now available in generic form, available to you for just $30 for a month's supply? That's a big discount. No more getting ripped off by the big pharma companies. With 4hims.com, you can bypass the doctor's office, pharmacy visit, and save huge money on your prescription ED meds. Just go to 4hims.com/fresh. Consult with a licensed physician, and following their confidential medical review, you can have the proper prescription delivered directly to your door for a fraction of the price. And today, while supplies last, you can get started with a trial month for just $5. That's right, $5. Here's what you do. Just go to 4hims.com, FORHIMS.com/fresh today, and get started for just $5 while supplies last. Visit 4hims.com/fresh right now. 4hims.com/fresh.
See website for full details. Not all services through the HIMSS platform are available in all 50 states.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-845-8122. 800-845-8122. 800-845-8122.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Blitz.
John, be careful with that in there because that does sneak up on you. I got him the Space City vodka.
All right.
I just warn you, it's a very smooth vodka. It'll go down real easy because you're like, oh, this is so smooth. I'm not really tasting the vodka. Next thing you know, yeah, we're having to bail you out of jail.
Wow.
With Fred Fowler and A.J. Hoffman.
Well, I've opened it.
Well, give it a try. You'll like it. It's
just drinking from the bottle.
Straight out of the bottle.
Lord, what are you, a hobo?
Weekdays from 4 to 7 on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
This is The Bench with John Granado and Lance Zierlein.
When American families start figuring out, hey, if we can really get our kids good at soccer.
Would American families be willing to send their kids at like 10 or 11 across the sea?
It would be awesome to send your kids away.
I would do it, and I feel like that'd be a great idea.
Oh, I would have loved to send all my kids.
Is it too late for me? Oh, they're not good at soccer.
Yeah.
The Bench, weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN 97.5. Listening to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by Texas Children's Hospital. From the RentersWarehouse.com studios, here's Glenn Davis.
All right, welcome back to Soccer Matters, ESPN 97.5. And everybody chowing down out in the green room. Our thanks to FM Kitchen and Bar. They got campechana out there, wings, burgers, spicy fried chicken sandwiches, shaved beef sandwiches. Everybody here at the station is having some fun. Bread pudding out there. It's incredible. It's great food. It's 5353 West Alabama is where we are, but they are located off Washington. Right when you cross Washington, if you're coming north on Shepherd, you cross Washington, and then on the right-hand side, you catch FM Kitchen and Bar. You go in there. You can go in there and say hello to Ryan. You can say hello to Eric. We thank them for bringing the food here tonight, and we're going to be chowing down on it throughout the show. 713-780-3776. Texas Children's Hospital is our presenting sponsor in this first hour. It is the largest pediatric cancer center in the country. Over 190 physicians and scientists, 46 laboratories, 200 active clinical trials. It's all dedicated solely to childhood cancer and blood disorders. Truly a shining star in Houston, the Texas Children's Hospital, no question. Going down there Thursday with Freddie Reyes, who's a cancer survivor, was treated there. Great friend of mine now. And handing out these wonderful soccer balls from Nike that my friend Joe Elsmore sent us. So Thursday, going to be a great day down there. Tomorrow's going to be a great day with the Houston Dynamo in action against the Philadelphia Union. And get your tickets at HoustonDynamo.com. So Texas Children's Hospital, it is a not-for-profit that relies on generous donations from our friends in the community. The 501c charity Curing Children's Cancer Fund. Here's a little note here, too. Hundreds of children are diagnosed every year at TCH. It's not a job, it's life for Texas Children's. And I've got personal experience down there because I see the people, how they work with the patients. I see the support staff. I see the nurses. I see the doctors, therapists. It's pretty incredible. And I'm looking forward to getting down there on Thursday. 713-780-3776, 713-780-3776. By the way, Tom Clare, the noted author, has reminded me, excuse me, it's called getting the pepper. Tom Clare reminded me that we are going to have Ron Atkinson, the former Manchester United manager, as our keynote speaker for our dinner next year. So that's all for charity. Ron Atkinson will be our speaker. 713-780-3776 as I get my voice back. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in. Michael Hernandez is laughing at me. You know what? We need to roll right now. A Dynamo goal call. Come on, Michael. Where's the Dynamo goal call?
Dynamo continuing to feed a man that's in great form. Will get a good cross in. Oh, what a goal! Manotas snipes in front of Gonzalez. The Dynamo respond in kind here in a big way. It's crossing and finishing at its best. It is 1-1.
That was a response from the Dynamo after going down 1-0 to Matt Hedges. And when you are choking on a pepper after eating a great ceviche, well, that's what you got to do. All right. Do we have Lothar Matthäus talking about Mesut Ozil? All right. Here is the former German legend, Lothar Matthäus. You saw that Mesut Ozil has retired from the German national team. Matthäus takes it to strictly the playing side of it. That's what he wants to talk about in concern with Mesut Ozil. And, of course, we all know that Germany just a downward spiral at the World Cup. And we'll take your calls also, 713-780-3776. Here's Lothar Matthäus.
I think football is football, politics is politics. And Mesut make a good job for Germany in the last years, but in the last one
That's
and a
the
half
first
years,
answer.
didn't have the same performance like 4 years ago when we won the World Cup 2014 in Brazil against Argentina.
Like 10
and,
seconds.
I think his time
You want to
to
repeat the
play
other
in
one?
national team is over, not because of some picture of some political decision or doesn't matter. I don't care. I see the football player Mesut Özil, and he didn't perform like before. I never speak against Uli Hoeneß, but okay, Uli Hoeneß was very angry this morning because this was too much in the last 2 months about Mesut Özil. The
30 seconds on this one.
Lost the games against Mexico and against
You
South
all right?
Korea. Not only Mesut Özil, but Mesut Özil is a part of this national team, and he's normally a leader. But in the last 1-2 years, he didn't show he's a leader. He didn't show the right performance, and then was coming all the things from outside.
20 seconds.
Included in everything, and this makes the story. But for me, it's only important Mesut Özil can help the German team or not. And I have this feeling in the last one and a half year, he'd never played on this level how he played before, and now it's time for changes.
So that was Lothar Matthäus talking about Mesut Ozil. Matthäus, obviously, former World Cup winner for Germany. Ozil talking about the fact that, he thought some people were racist in the German Federation. So two sides of that story. Your thoughts on what Matthäus said? Your thoughts on Mesut Ozil? 713-780-3776 is the number. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in. A couple of things we're putting on the table here. Juan Carlos Osorio will not return to Mexico. Would you like him as a U.S. coach? I've heard people talk about that. 33 wins, 10 losses, 9 draws, 3 years with Mexico. Dynamo and Open Cup against LAFC. Do you know what it is? Obviously, you're in the semifinals against LAFC. The Dynamo are going to get to host. Got to win this trophy. Playoffs for the Dynamo. 8th place in the Western Conference right now. How do you feel as a Dynamo fan? 713-780-3776. Some big injuries this year. No A.J. De La Garza. No Juan David Cabezas. I think Cabezas is the big one you put a circle around. We will have Matt Jordan, the general manager, on here in the next segment. Let's go to the phone lines. And Mark, what's on your mind?
What's going on, Glenn? How you doing?
I'm very good, Mark. How are you?
Good. So, hey,
Try to make it short.
We Cup is, and I'm excited for the Dynamo being in the semifinals.
So we can get
hopefully
Matt
we can
Jordan
bring a trophy home
long
because it's been
segment.
a while since we had a trophy in this for the club. And especially with our Texas Derby rivals over there, FC Dallas, winning trophies recently as a couple of years ago with the Supporters Shield and their own U.S. Open Cup and as well. So, we need to get back on that. We need to start adding to that trophy case of ours.
Would you take a trophy? Would you take a trophy? Would you take the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup and not make the playoffs?
Well, look, Glenn, you got to look at it from the big perspective because the U.S. Open Cup leads you to other competitions, doesn't it? If the
Get you automatically into the CONCACAF Champions League. That's right.
So it's obviously you want to make the playoffs in your league. The league. It's I understand it's sometimes priority over an Open Cup. Especially around the bigger leagues in the world. But the fact of the matter is, Dynamo have been non-existent in continental tournaments, and for them to win this Open Cup and to represent the MLS and the CONCACAF Champions League would be a big deal for the club because they haven't been in a tournament like that in a while. And I was the one tweeting you earlier in the day about asking questions to Matt Jordan, and I was asking you one of the things about getting the Dynamo to play more foreign clubs. Aside from the Charity Cup.
But see, I think you're a different fan, Mark, because you want to see a globalized Dynamo. You want to see them involved in CONCACAF Champions League. You want to see them competing against international teams. I think there's a large segment of our fans that don't really seem to care about it, don't understand it, and maybe aren't even that interested in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. All they know is playoffs and MLS.
Well, see, and that's a bad thing because if MLS, I'm just speaking in general. If MLS is trying to grow, we got to be more than just the league. We got to start representing in the global stage, you know, and as far as the Dynamo as well. Because, I mean, I've been a Dynamo fan since '06, you know. I remember when we were the stepbrother to the Galaxy and stuff like that, how we were overlooked. L.A. would get all the big names, and we'd give it to the little scraps that we could, and, you know, and then we get this new ownership group with, you know, all these big promises and stuff like that. And, you know, and we've been trucking along. You know, we had that little streak where we didn't make the playoffs for like 3 or 4 years or whatever. But for the most part, since our existence, we've been a really solid team. And, you know, I would like to see the Dynamo just take that next step forward and be talked about in the likes of L.A. Galaxy and New York Red Bulls and Seattle and blah, blah. And I understand that the crowds are bigger in Seattle and Atlanta and stuff like that, blah, blah. But the talent on the field isn't that far behind, given the fact that we have the lowest payroll in the league, you know? So, I mean, it's one of those things where I want to see the Dynamo progress more than just domestically. And, you know, and this U.S. Open Cup trophy would help a whole bunch, you know, and branding the Dynamo. Because, I mean, we're bringing a lot of international players from South America and Central America, which is great. You know, you get a lot of great talent from down there for not too much of a cost of bringing in a big name from Europe or whatever. But I think that the Dynamo need to start focusing more playing
So, Mark, I'm taking you back to my original question. Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup at the expense of MLS playoffs.
Let's do it.
Okay. I just wanted to get you on record. Mark, thank you very much for your passion. Thank you for the phone call.
No problem. Thank you, Glenn.
All right, let's keep it going. 713-780-3776. So, Dynamo fan, Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup winning it over getting into the playoffs and MLS Cup. Is that where you are? AY, what's on your mind, AY?
Hey, Glenn, how are you doing tonight?
Good, AY. How are you?
I'm fine. Just want to make a comment or ask you a question. As you know, I'm a Chelsea fan. Do you think Chelsea in the English Premiership can make top 4 this season? Because with the rumors that some people are going like Courtois, Hazard, even Willian, they've been linked to other clubs already. Though we are not playing Champions League, but we are still playing the Europa League. Do you see Chelsea making top 4 at the end of the season?
Boy, this is a good question. Until it pans out with all these transfers, I'd have to say, but I think Chelsea's in turmoil right now. From a manager's perspective, a transfer perspective, who are they going to be in the future? They can't afford to lose some of the guys they're going to lose. I'm sorry. You know, and it does look like they're going to lose them. Are they losing Loftus-Cheek as well?
I'm not sure. I've been hearing rumors.
We're hearing about Willian to Barcelona. You know, you're talking Hazard
to Real Madrid.
I mean,
to Real Madrid.
I mean, how do you rebuild a team that loses those guys? All of them, if in fact it all happens.
Then with a new coach, that's even an issue again. With a new manager just coming to the Premiership for the first time, it's going to be difficult to adjust because the Premiership is different from the Italian league.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go back to Willian because he's said it pretty publicly. He'd like to go to Barcelona. I think there's a lot of guys that want out of there. It was not a healthy place last year.
And unfortunately,
it almost sounds like it's going to be a rebuild with a new manager trying to put in place a new playing system. But if you lose Willian and you lose Hazard, I mean, you were a counterattacking team. It would be like the Houston Dynamo losing Ramel Kyoto on their level and Albert Elise, and then saying, okay, what kind of team are we going to be?
Yeah, and again, you see, unfortunately, even if they are going, who are you replacing? You have to replace them with players. I have not heard any big signing for Chelsea yet. I have not heard a rumor that Chelsea is going to sign a big-time player. I have not heard it. Maybe, I don't know. And August is soon coming because I believe we should make top 4. And one more question before I leave you. Who do you think will win the Premiership this season with what you've been saying?
I mean, this is going to sound pretty easy, but Manchester City again.
But you know, in the Premiership, Manchester City will be the hunted. Because
of course.
Every team will give Manchester City
They were pretty hunted last year, though, too, but they did blow out of the gates pretty early. Look, they're the standard bearers right now. That's a very safe answer that I just gave. I'm being upfront, but what's not to like about them? You know, I don't know if they're not going to do what they did last year, but they're the standard bearers right now. They're the gold standard in the Premier League, no question.
All right, thank you very much, Glenn.
All right, AJ. AY, thank you as always. We appreciate all your comments and wishing you the best of luck with Chelsea this year. Hey, AY, by the way, do you want to go to the Dynamo game tomorrow night?
No, I can't make it. Let me know. I can't make it. But will you be at the appreciation party on the 2nd? Or you're not invited?
What is that?
Will you be at the party, at the Gal Media party on the 2nd? The appreciation
yes,
party?
I believe I will. If I'm in town, I'll be here, so I'll look for you there.
All right. See you.
Okay. Thank you, AY.
Yeah,
there's AY. He's a great, he's an ESPN 97.5 Gal Media listener. We appreciate that. All right. AY couldn't go to the game. But right now, I'm going to give out a pair of tickets, 713-780-3776, 713-780-3776. Seventh caller right now. You got a pair of tickets to the Dynamo Philadelphia Union tomorrow night. It is a huge game for the Houston Dynamo. Again, seventh caller at 713-780-3776. That is the number. Dynamo Philadelphia tomorrow. Both teams currently out of the playoff picture. Dynamo 8th in the West, Union 7th in the East. They come in with U.S. International Alejandro Bedoya. They've got Harris Bedunyanin. Who's going to line up for the Dynamo in midfield? That's a big midfield matchup tomorrow. Martinez. Tomas, Darwin Seren have logged a lot of minutes lately. Does Memo Rodriguez get a start in this one? Does Boniek Garcia get a start in this one? There's no doubt that there are going to be players that are playing that have logged a lot of minutes. Do you think we'll still see the trio of Kyoto, Elisa Manotas up front to start? I would think it will get freshened up at the back with Senderos, Leonardo, Lundqvist, all possibilities. And then it's on to Portland on Saturday. And Portland is hot right now under their new manager, Giovanni Savarese, who, by the way, I think was once interviewed for the Dynamo job. ICC going on around the country. You interested? Will you watch it? 713-780-3776. We'll have Dynamo goalkeeper Joe Willis on the show. Also, Alex Bunbury, the all-time leading goal scorer at Marítimo in Portugal. He will join me here tonight. He is the father of Teal Bunbury as well. All right, quick word here for Advantage BMW. I've driven a BMW for years. I've leased, I've owned from Advantage. I love the drive of a BMW. I drive a 5 Series. Absolutely love it. Other thing I love is customer service at BMW. Second to none. Advantage BMW Midtown has you covered. Sales, service, finance. It can be done very, very easily. Get the hometown advantage at Advantage BMW Midtown. Advantage BMW Houston.com. Go down there, say hello to Philip, Justin, Sergio. They love soccer. We're going to continue. Hopefully I won't hit that great pepper and that campechana. But, man, we have got some incredible food here from FM Kitchen. Don't worry, John. I'm keeping the food away from all the equipment here. Valentina wings, honey sambal wings, FM burgers, spicy fried chicken sandwiches, shaved beef. It's an unbelievable feast we have out here. We got bread pudding, coleslaw, mac and cheese. It is FM Kitchen and Bar. Great place to go over near Washington on Shepherd. So a big thank you to FM Kitchen and Bar for coming out here tonight and bringing us great comfort food here. Sandwiches, ribs. You go over there. They got 13 monitors. You can watch all the sports. We had the Champions League watch party there. Patio's also kid and pet friendly. Go over there. Say hello to Ryan. Say hello to Eric. It's FM Kitchen and Bar. We thank them tonight for catering Soccer Matters, ESPN 97.5. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Matt Jordan, the Dynamo general manager.
You can now listen to all your favorite shows on the Amazon Echo.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Just say, Alexa, open ESPN 97.5.
Now plan and check out the full line of new 2018 Honda Ranchers in stock. They're tough, dependable, and deliver all-day comfort on the job and trail. Get your new ATV at Honda of Houston, your powerhouse dealer. Conveniently located on Highway 290 at West Road. Text, call, or visit us online at HondaofHouston.com. Honda recommends utility ATVs for riders 16 years and older and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
It's hard to find a trustworthy roofer. Joel Blank here for Fitz Roofing. Fitz Roofing is a locally owned company that can help with all your roofing needs. What sets them apart is they're a CertainTeed Select Shingle Master company. Only 1% of roofers in the U.S. are authorized to offer the CertainTeed roofing system. Fitz Roofing also has an A+ rating in the Better Business Bureau. Sounds like a roofer you can trust, right? Go online, fitzroofing.com. That's F-I-T-Z. Fitzroofing.com. Fitz Roofing, making a difference one home at a time.
Danish Inspirations, Houston Modern Contemporary Furniture Store invites all of you soccer lovers to Danish Inspirations' beautiful showroom on 2775 Fondren. I'm Jan Christensen, president of Danish Inspirations and a soccer player for 50 years. Soccer is a great sport, and Danish Inspirations is a great modern contemporary furniture store. Go to danishinspirations.com and set your furniture goals. Goal!
One of the scariest things that can happen to a guy is that first morning you wake up, you look in the mirror, and you start to realize you're going thin up top. 2 out of every 3 guys are going to start losing their hair by the age of 35. 35! You're still a young dude at that point. You're going to start losing your hair? Then think about it. A year from now, it's all gone. And everybody used to think that as soon as you start losing your hair, that's it. You can't stop it. It's genetics, it's father time, and there's no way you can prevent it. Well, guess what? That's wrong. 4hims.com is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Prescription solutions backed by science, written by a doctor, delivered to your door. You don't have to lose the flow. Go to 4hims.com/winner and get started for just $5 while supplies last. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy. So go to 4hims.com/winner. That's FORHIMS.com/winner. 4hims/winner.
The Blitz with Fred Fowler and A.J. Hoffman.
Can you make a new Jim of the Day song? It sucks as bad as the Texans. Good day. Sir?
You know what, sir? Bite your tongue.
We got him.
Yeah.
The Jim of the Day song.
Jim of the Day song is one of the most popular songs ever written, and it will never be changed.
It's like saying, Let It Be sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break, dude. I basically wrote the Bohemian Rhapsody of my generation, and you're saying it sucks?
On ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN 97.5.